Hey guys, it's Nathalie Domina. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you do not know who I am, I'm a Roman Catholic YouTuber and I do YouTube videos on all things Catholicism. So if you're Protestant, Catholic, or whoever you are, you're welcome here. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you gals a few tips on how to find the best Catholic guy. So I'm going to be giving you 5 qualities on finding your dream Catholic guy. So a little disclaimer here is I'm not saying that you will ever find the perfect Catholic guy, because you will not. The perfect Catholic guy is Christ. Go run to him if you want the perfect man. So your future spouse probably 100% will be an imperfect human being. Yeah, so if you guys are men watching this, I am not saying that you guys are perfect, not at all. I'm dating an imperfect human being as we speak. But you should be striving for these 5 characteristics that I think are pretty easy to ask for a man. Obviously, they're not hard to accomplish, but these men should be following these 5 qualities. Really, any man should, whether he's going to be a future spouse to a woman or to the church. But yeah, so if you guys are watching this, this video will help you to understand what girls want in Catholic men for their future spouse. And if you guys are girls watching this, here's a few tips on things you should be looking out for in Catholic guys. Because just because you're Catholic does not mean that you have these qualities. So stay tuned for this. If you haven't already, like and subscribe down below for more Catholic content. And follow me over on Instagram at nathaliedominacatholic. I'm not active over there right now because it is Lent and I gave up social media for Lent. But when Easter hits, I will be back and better than ever. So the first quality I have for you guys is that your man loves God more than he loves you. Yeah, let that settle in. I have very much had to learn this in my relationship because I found a man that truly loves God. And it was hard for me. It still is. And because we're women, we want to be loved like out of every woman in the world. We want to be loved out of every man, everything. We want our man to love us as his prized jewel and possession. And he should, except for one exception to that rule, was that God should be his first priority before us. So that is something that is hard to learn, and it's hard. We have to work on that as well, is if you really truly say you want this, you say you want a man that loves God more, but really, if you do get that, it is going to be very hard for you unless you are fully committed to that same goal, which you guys both should be. We both should be striving have God first, and then it'll be fine in our relationship because we'll both just be loving each other and God more at the same time, and it'll just be amazing. But yeah, that's a really hard thing. But yeah, you should want a guy that loves God more than you, and that seems hard. It seems like he's going to not love you as much, but really, if he is closer to God than he is to you, then he will be able to be more humble with you. He will be able to be more confident in the relationship, more courageous, be able to be more self-giving. Like literally, he will be able to love you more because of his love and relationship with God. Because if you go to God, he will give you everything that you need and desire and long for. So if you long for a happy, healthy relationship, then let your guy go to God, because God will give him the graces to make that happen. So yeah, you need a guy that loves God more than he loves you. The second quality you need is for a man to not only talk the talk, but also walk the walk. And this is really just by following Christ's example. What Christ said, he did. He said he would destroy the temple. What did he do? He destroyed the temple. He said he would rise from the dead. He rose from the dead. You need a man that is not only going to say he's really Catholic, but that he literally has a relationship with God. Or goes to sacraments. You need a man that's not going to be like, this relationship is going to be pure, like I'm pure, don't worry, but then he fails to follow all the boundaries you guys set. You need a guy that is going to be like, I will do this, and then he does it. You need a man that's going to follow through because Christ followed through, and obviously he will never be able to perfectly follow through with everything. But you need a man that's going to be reliable, that you know can stick with you through the tough times, can stick through a thing as difficult, as beautiful as it is, but marriage, like that's a hard thing. You need a man that is able to say he's going to do something and then will do it, because that's what Christ did for you and me. Number 3 is you need a man that will challenge you to be like Mary. And this one kind of has a double standard of that you also need to challenge him to be like St. Joseph, but we're just talking about the men right here, right now, of the qualities they should have. But so they should challenge you to be like Mary, not only in purity, but also modesty, elegance, humility, self-giving, fear of the Lord. All of those qualities like Mary had to the highest degree. So he should be challenging you to be like that. If you have not noticed a growth in your relationship or in your love for Mary, then there's some sort of disconnect, or there's some sort of conversation you guys need to have, because he should really be helping you to grow your relationship with Mary, because like she is our mother. So why wouldn't your future spouse like want you to have a good relationship with your mother? And then also, if he wants to be like Saint Joseph and he strives to be as holy as he can be, then he would also want you to be just as holy, and she is a great role model. Like he should want to flourish and grow this relationship you have with your greatest role model, because he wants you to be the happiest you can be as well. To having Mary's virtues is going to be the happiest you can be. Number 4 is that you can share your faith with him, and that he shares your faith with you. And yeah, you guys need to be able to have deep conversations. You need to be able to have the same morals and values. Like, even if you guys aren't both Catholic, which being both Catholic is optimal, but even if you're not, you need to be able to have the same moral and value like ground. But being Catholic, that would most likely already means that you guys have those, at least mostly, some of the same sort of morals and values, but also you'd be able to worship together, have sacraments together, like the highest form of worship. So that's beautiful and an amazing thing, and you would be able to raise your kids easier. But yeah, you both need to be able to pursue the truth together. If he is just in his faith because like he loves God, but he doesn't actually try to pursue the truth, like you want a man that's going to pursue the truth and like lead you in the right direction. Like you want a man that's going to narrow your vision onto like just Christ. Like you need to be able to see the world for the way it is, and you want a man that's going to help you in that, because if he wants for what's best for you, like that is what's best for you, is to keep your eye on the narrow gate, on the narrow road. Number 5 is that he should always authentically be himself. And of course, he's probably going to fall short of that. But Jesus like bestowed upon us qualities that none of us like can repeat to the same like degree that we each have them. Like my personality, even if it's similar to someone's, it's never the same. Like we all have very distinct and unique qualities about us, and our looks and the way we act and the way we think, and there's so much about ourselves, about even what sins and virtues we're prone to. Like everything about us is so different. So you need a man that's going to embrace these virtues he's given, like understand the vices that he's usually prone to, and to be able to like change his ways and to find the virtues that correspond with those. But you need a man that's authentically going to be himself. Like if he has a very like deep servant's heart, that he is going to authentically like pursue that way of following God, is that he's going to pursue having a servant's heart. Or if he is really into like more intellectual things of the faith, that he's gonna be into that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you want a man that whatever like God's gifts that he gave him, is that he's going to authentically like pursue those. Because if you have a man that's authentic in who he is, like that confidence will just be radiated off of him and like onto you, and then you'll be able to shine in your fully authenticated self. And it's just a beautiful sight to behold. And that relationship, like the more authentic you are yourselves, like the more Christ is shown, because it's like, yeah, you're made in God's image and likeness, and all these attributes you have are like good attributes, or attributes that God has bestowed upon you, like to show himself. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2 with qualities you should be looking for in a woman. That would be interesting. But yeah, make sure you go follow me over on Instagram at Nathalie_Domina for more Catholic content. And I love each and every one of you guys so much. Saint Joseph, pray for us. Have a blessed day, y'all.